Good afternoon, Doc, and good afternoon, everyone who's listening. I will be presenting our project, which is a final requirement for the subject as the Advanced System Design and Implementation. So, for this project, we are tasked to design an enterprise architecture solution for a fictional company. So, the company that we selected is EduTech Learning Center. It is an educational institution that manages multiple campuses and it relies heavily on technology assets such as laptops, desktops, tablets, networking devices, and software licenses. And before I begin, I would like to acknowledge my group mates who contributed throughout the development of the project. We have Batanes Georgette, yours truly, Carranza Maria Jasami, Legaspi Samir Paulo, and Tayo Brian Anthony. So this presentation summarizes our proposed implemented enterprise IT asset management transformation. So the goal of the project is to design a scalable, integrated, and audit-ready system that improves the way EduTech manages its technology assets throughout their entire life cycle. So from procurement and assignment to maintenance, from reporting and to disposal. And with that, let us begin with the executive summary of the project. The EduTech Learning Center manages a growing number of technology assets distributed across its headquarters and regional campuses. Habang lumalaki yung organization, mas nagiging challenging yung pag-track and pag-manage ng assets. So manual processes often result in delays, incomplete records, and limited visibility. And to address these challenges, we designed an enterprise-grade IT asset management solution centered around Snipe IT as the core platform. So the solution is integrated with Active Directory LDAP, Google Forms, vendor portals, and notification services. Through these integrations, mas naging automated yung workflows, mas accurate yung records, and mas naging efficient yung overall asset management process. So the result is a future-ready platform that supports the entire asset lifecycle from procurement to disposal. And before proposing a solution, it is important to understand the current challenges faced by the organization. So the first challenge is procurement delays. Kapag may bagong asset na binili, madalas ay may delay bago siya ma-record and ma-deploy sa users. And the second challenge is inconsistent onboarding and offboarding processes. Asset assignments are not always updated when employees join, transfer, or leave the organization. And another issue is audit compliance. So some depreciation records, disposal documents, and maintenance histories are incomplete or difficult to retrieve during audits. And then communication is also a challenge because important notifications are sometimes missed by users, by managers, or IT personnel. And because of these issues, nagkakaroon ng inefficiencies, compliance risk, and poor visibility across the organization. And to address the identified challenges, several objectives were established for the future state solution. First, the system should automate employee and onboarding and offboarding through Active Directory LDAP synchronization. And the second, procurement intake should be simplified using Google Forms and automated CSV imports para mabawasan yung manual encoding and processing time. And then third, the system should generate audit-ready reports for finance, property management, and IT departments. And another objective is to improve communication through email and Slack notifications so that users can receive updates in real time. And lastly, the architecture should be scalable, maintainable, and aligned with enterprise architecture best practices while remaining practical for implementation. So since we have a very short time for implementing this project. And for this project, we adopted the C4 model as the primary architecture framework. The C4 model, it helps stakeholders understand the system at different levels from the overall business context down to the technical infrastructure. So, through this approach, mas madaling ma-visualize yung relationship ng users, applications, services, databases, and infrastructures. And the design focuses on simplicity, scalability, maintainability, and integration. And instead of adding unnecessary technologies, only components that directly support business requirements were included. And this ensures that the solution remains practical while still following enterprise architecture principles. Now, this part is the context diagram, which is the highest level view of the system. At the center is the EduTech IT Asset Management Platform powered by Snipe IT, and around the system are the different stakeholders who interact with it, including employees, managers, ayan, IT help desk personnel, asset managers, finance staff, and the property office. The system also communicates with external platforms such as Active Directory LDAP, Google Forms, vendor portals, and email or Slack services. So this context diagram helps us understand how information enters and exits the system and how different stakeholders interact with the platform. Now, this part is the container diagram, which shows the major applications and services that make up the overall solution. Users can access the system through two interfaces, through web and mobile. And the core business functionality is handled by Snipe IT, which manages asset registration, assignment, maintenance, reporting, and disposal. So bawat component, meron siyang specific role para hindi overloaded si system and para mas madali siyang mag-scale habang lumalaki yung organization. And this architecture also improves maintainability and system performance. Now this part zooms further into the internal structure of the core application. So the system is divided into several components, each with a specific responsibility. For example, si asset management, it handles asset lifecycle activities. And then user management, it manages the employee information. While si procurement processing, it handles asset request. And while si reporting and notification, it provide visibility and communication. And additional components such as LTAP synchronization, CSV import processing, warranty tracking, assignment history tracking, and disposal certificate management were added to address specific business requirements. So advantage naman ni component-based architecture ay mas organized si system and mas madaling mag-maintain or magdagdag ng bagong functionality in the near future kung meron pang um, for improvements. So each component focuses on a single responsibility, which improves both scalability and maintainability. And one of the most important aspects of this solution is integration. So instead of operating as an isolated system, the platform connects with several external systems that support business operations. Active Directory LDAP, mentioned a while ago, it is responsible for user synchronization and authentication. Then Google Forms, it supports procurement intake through CSV imports. And then Kafka acts as the event bus, allowing different services to exchange information through lifecycle events. And then vendor portals enable warranty claim processing and repair tracking. And then finally, email and Slack services provide automated notifications for approvals, assignments, returns, and disposal activities. Dahil sa integrations na yan, mas nababawasan yung manual work and mas nagiging connected yung different departments within the organization. Now, this slide is for traceability matrix. It demonstrates how every solution directly addresses a business problem. For example, see procurement delays is addressed through procurement automation and CSV imports. User lifecycle issues are addressed through LTAP synchronization. Audit and compliance concerns are addressed through event tracking, reporting, and custom asset fields. While communication problems are addressed through automated email and Slack notifications. So every technology, integration, and architectural decision was included because it solves a specific business requirement or a pain point na identified during the analysis phase. And to ensure successful implementation, the project is divided into several phases. Phase 1 focuses on planning and requirements gathering. Phase 2 covers architecture, design, and documentation. Phase 3 involves development and system integration activities. Phase 4 includes deployment, testing, and validation. And then finally, Phase 5, it focuses on evaluation, documentation, completion, user training, and project handover. So these phases or phased approach helps reduce project risk and it allows issues to be identified na mas maaga before kami mag-move sa next stage. It also provides a clear and structured implementation strategy. Now, every project has a risk, so it is important to identify them early and prepare mitigation strategies. Now, one risk is CSV import errors, which could result in inaccurate asset records. And para ma-address siya, we implemented validation mechanisms. And another risk is LDAP synchronization failure. So, na-minimize siya through sandbox testing and monitoring. And the notification delivery issues, backup communication channels, and retry mechanisms are made available. And cloud resource limitations, it affect performance, which is why lightweight deployment strategies and resource optimizations are implemented. So by proactively identifying risk, the organization can reduce disruptions and improve the likelihood of the success of the project. So as I conclude this presentation, the EduTech IT Asset Management System demonstrates how enterprise architecture can be used to solve real organizational challenges. So throughout this project, we identified several issues in the current environment, including dun sa procurement delays, inconsistent asset tracking, audit compliant risk, and communication gaps. And to address these challenges, we designed a solution that integrates asset management, user lifecycle management, notifications, and other technologies into a single architecture. So the solution is to not only it not only improves operational efficiency but also strengthens accountability, data accuracy, and audit readiness. And more importantly, this project allowed us to apply the concepts na we learned in ASD, including the enterprise architecture, system integration, cloud deployment, solution design. So we demonstrate how technology can be aligned with business requirements to create practical and sustainable solutions. So that concludes our executive presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope I was able to clearly explain the proposed architecture and how it addresses the needs of EduTech Learning Center. So once again, I am Maria Jessamine Carranza of EduTech Learning Center, and thank you for watching. Have a good day, everyone.